need to, what are the steps? First, you need to launch the Tosca. Okay, go here and launch the Tosca. For your reference, I have given this one, guys. What do you need to do? After launching the Tosca, what you need to do? You need to click on create new. Just click on create new. What I told, I have written it. That's it. Okay. Next, select the type of repository as none. Right. So select the type of repository as none. After that, we need to create a new workspace name. We need to provide the path. Okay. Now see, provide the path of created new workspace. Okay. Next, what you need to do? You need to select the name of new workspace. Okay. So which in our case, it is Barclays. Okay. So one of the healthcare project. Then next, what do you need to do? You need to give Barclays. After that, okay, give it. Already it is there. And use workspace template. There is a mandatory step. Select the use workspace template. Since the Tosca is a paid tool, it will give some features. So please add the features. It will be, you need to select this one. In order to see, for example, you purchase some TV, they will give some features, right? In order to add that feature, you need to do use workspace template and click on OK. Okay. So means these are the steps in order to create a single user workspace. Note down all your question, else put it in the chat box. We will take it at last. Okay. Generally, in the real time, we won't create any single user workspace. Most of the time, you will create the multi-user workspace only. Okay. What you will do? You will create only the multi-user workspace. For example, say you have selected for Infosys. Okay. Once you have selected in Infosys, what they will do? They will give your employee ID. Right. So once they have given you an employee ID, they will give laptop. Right. So they will give laptops. Once they have given laptop, you will install your VPN or Cisco or MDC. Based on your respective project, you will install that one. You will install Outlook, Team, and so on. After that, what you will do? You will install the Tosca, right? So you will install the Tosca commander. Okay. Now, see here. Generally, for example, if you have only one employee in our project, we have only one employee in our project, what we will do? We won't create any pay slips and nothing. We won't create it. Just we will give the salary. We will create it. Accessing is very, very easy. Now, for Infosys, in order to capture the attendance, what they will do? They will take this employee ID and they will maintain the database. That's it, right? If there is no database, who are coming, who are going out, how they will calculate? They won't calculate anything. On the same way, in multi-user workspace, you are logging, I am logging, and everyone is logging inside the multi-user workspace. Got my point? You are logging, I am also logging, and another person also logging into the same workspace. Now, if we have more than one tester in our project, if we have five testers, then where you will store your work? You need to store your work in the database. When you are creating a multi-user workspace, what do you need to do? Just click on this create new. So that's why we have SQLite, Oracle, MySQL Server, and DB2. Now, the Tosca has already introduced the cloud version, which is Tricentis server repository. I will tell you this one later. Okay. For example, I told you, right? We need to take the help of a database. So in the real time, see it here. Now, further, it will be categorized into two ways. How to create a multi-user workspace in a real-time project. Okay. Now, how to create a multi-user workspace in or per practice purpose. Okay. Further, multi-user workspace has divided into two different ways. First one is how you will create in the real time and how you will create for the practical purpose. How you will create in the practical purpose, or sorry, practice purpose. How you will create it. Now, for in the real time, you will use either Oracle. Okay, you will use Oracle database. Else, you will use MS SQL server or DB2. Okay, means in real time, if you want to select, if you want to use it, you will either use Oracle, else you will use MS SQL based on your database. Check with your client. Apart from Oracle and MySQL server, like you have MS SQL server, okay, MS SQL, and we have Teradata, and we have Postgres. We have all other databases, guys. Okay, so we have lot of databases. Apart from any other database, what you will do? You will use DB2. Okay, so apart from any database, you will use DB2. And for cloud, okay, in order to log in as a cloud, you will use Tricentis server repository. Tricentis server repository. Repo or repository. Okay, means if in the real time project, any one of the thing you will use it. But for your practice purpose in your local, it will be SQLite. Okay, see here, SQLite you will use it. Means for in the real time, when you're for the single user, you will select none. Simple, guys. For single user, you will select the none option. For multi-user, we have further categorized into two things. One is in real time, you will use Tricentis server repository. Else, you will use Oracle, MySQL server, and DB2. For practice purpose, you will select SQLite. Okay. Now, anyone, either in Oracle, see, if you select Oracle, that options will be there. If you select MySQL, same options will be there. If you select DB2, same options are there. Means, irrespective of the database, process is same. Okay. The process to create the database is same, guys. Okay. But in the cloud, you need to log into the Tricentis server with your username and password. Okay. In order to give your respective license, you need to give with the Tricentis server. See, you need to give your client email ID and client password and click on login. Then it will automatically pull you into the respective workspace. Okay. Now let us see. We will see this one by one. Okay. Now, if somebody is asked you, then you need to be able to answer this question. You should tell these answers. Generally, for practice purpose, they won't ask, guys, but I will teach you. Mostly, they will ask this multi-user workspace. If they ask how you have created a multi-user workspace in your project, you should tell this in the real time. Okay. You should not tell how to create the workspace in the practice purpose. Okay, remember that point. Now, what you need to do, either you need to select Oracle, MySQL server, and DB2. Let us select this one. Okay, first of all, I will select MySQL server. Okay, and I want to create a workspace. Again, from first I am doing C. If you want to create a single user, just click on this and select none to create a single user. But in most of the project, we'll have more than one tester, right? So we will choose for multi-user workspace. Are we using existing repository? No, we are creating it. So please uncheck on it. Okay, we need to uncheck on this one. Okay, next you will understand, guys. Once you practiced, then you will understand. Next, you need to give the schema. It's an optional. Generally, every database will have one schema. So skip it. Okay, next, very, very important, connection string. You need to give the connection string. What is this connection string? Every database will have one database connection name, which is, see here, we'll have some source data like this, source database data, and we'll have some username like this, a random one I'm taking, guys. Okay, so please collect this from your client and just copy this one and paste it over here. Okay, now what you need to do, you need to select Oracle or MySQL, sorry, Oracle or MS SQL or DB2. Apart from these two databases, you can select any database. You are creating a workspace, so please uncheck it. Okay, next, you need to provide the connection string. For example, if you have 5 automation tester, you should also connect to the same workspace. I will also connect to the same workspace. Then only there will be usage for the multi-user workspace. Once it is done, just click on test connection. Okay, now generally in real time, you can see connection is valid. Now we don't have any database, right? So you can't do anything. Okay, next, simple guys. You need to provide your respective workspace path where you want to do it. I want to do it in the D drive. Next, you need to create a project name. Same Barclays, okay, underscore project. Same, like say similar to the single user workspace. And mandatory, in order to add this feature, you need to select use workspace template. Okay, if you select Oracle, the same steps will be there. If you select MySQL Server, see, the same steps are there. If you select DB2, the same steps are there. See, means for any database, the steps are common. What do you need to do? Just you need to select, for example, I'm selecting Oracle. I want to create a new workspace, right? I don't want to use the existing workspace. Then what you will do? You will provide your connection string and you will click on test connection, provide the path and provide the project name and just click on workspace template and click on OK. Once you have done, the project will be auto created. Okay, now, for example, if you are an admin, then you can provide your username and password over here. Generally, we won't give it, guys. Okay, what I will do, let me tell you again. Click on create new. Ask the client, what is the database? If the client has told MS SQL Server, just select on that one and unselect the use existing repository. Now provide the connection string. So get the connection string from the client and please provide it and click on test connection. Once you have clicked on test connection, it should show connection is valid. It will show, guys, in the real time, it will show. Next, you need to provide your respective workspace name. After that, you need to provide your workspace path name, use workspace template and click on OK. Then your workspace will be created. Okay, any one, guys. See, out of these 3, any one you can select it. Now, cloud, see it here. Now, what you need to do? For example, if you need to click on create new and you need to select the Tricentis server repository. For example, you don't have connection string. Okay, the client has disabled the connection string. Then please select the Tricentis server repository from the repository. Okay, now you need to log in as a server. What do you need to do? You need to provide your username and provide the password. Who will give that? The client will give it to you, guys. Okay, provide your email ID and password, which is registered with the Tricentis. Remaining everything is common. Once you have done it, your project name will come automatically here. Okay, means the schema name, not project name, means schema name. Next, same, you need to give the path name and you need to click on use workspace template. Okay, now you have understood how to create a multi-user workspace in the real time. This is how you will create, guys. Select any one of these things, and if you are selecting these 3, then use the data source or connection string. Okay. Now, this is what you will do in your local, guys. Okay. Why? Because same. Only difference between this practical practice purpose and the real time is it will involve the database and the cloud database. But for practice purpose, we will use SQLite, which will store it in your local only. What you will do? Same. You will click on create new. Select on this one and select SQLite. I don't want to use existing repository. Please unselect it. Now, what you need to do, you need to give one repository name. I will use Barclays underscore project. Okay. Just click on use workspace template. Once you have done same how you are creating a user workspace, right? Just click on OK. So once you have clicked on OK, then what it will do? It will log in into the multi-user workspace. And now in multi-user workspace, it will ask for the credentials. When you're creating single user, it is not asked credentials. Why? Only one tester can log in. Then where is the credential? There is no need of credentials. See, now it is asking for the credentials. Since you are an admin, just log in as an admin. Don't give any password. Just log in. Then you will log in into the workspace like this. Got my point? So means, see here, if you observe very clearly, observe this. I have created two things. One is Barclays and another one is Barclays underscore project. This one is single user and this one is multi-user. When I am logging into the single user, is it asking for username and password? No. So that's how you should identify whether it is a single user or multi-user. If it is asking for login, it's a multi-user. If it is not asking for login, it is a single user workspace. Okay, see, let me log in into the multi-user. Means since it is a single user, only one tester will log in. So there is no need of credentials. If it is a multi-user workspace, then you should use the credit. See, now it will ask one pop-up. See, it is asking. For example, they will give the access, guys. For example, yours is Akash. Okay, you will give Akash here in the real time. Okay, when you're creating a multi-user workspace. But here, I don't have that much. I am the admin. Only I have for practice purpose, I have only one. So I will use admin and I will log in. Okay, in this way, you can see now it has logged into the workspace. Till now, anyone have any questions? Please tell me. Anyone have any questions?
So
Till
there is an option in create new workspace, like the bottom option, create slim
Slim
workspace. So what
workspace.
is
I
that?
will tell you. Next, I will tell you.
Uh,
Okay. Till
okay.
here, any doubt, let me know.
Rajesh, whatever the test cases we are maintaining in workspace, that will be saved in database.
Yes,
Am I
right.
right? Okay.
The work will save it in a database.
Okay.
Hmm.
Yeah, Rajesh,
Rajesh,
I
One by
have
one.
to check, Rajesh. Rajesh, you said that two options, right? Single user and multi-user, right? So most of the scenario, so in real-time scenario, they work only in the multi-user options, right? So they
Right.
won't preferable in this single user option. So in
Perfect.
single user option, we have some of the things directly we can able to connect from the cloud. Apart from that, we can able to connect the DB, right?
Yes.
Uh,
No, no.
so
Don't
yeah.
think like that. See,
Mm.
for single user, there is no need of database. Why?
Yes.
Because only one will log in and he will create it. So you will use none. Generally, in any project, you won't use single user. But in
Okay.
multi-user means you will have more than one. You can
Mhm.
have 5, you can 10, 50, you can have 20, you can have 50, you can have 100. Depends on your project, how big it is. Now, in order to handle all those things, we'll take the help of Oracle, MySQL, and DB2. Now, if you want to increase the privacy, you just ask them to give the Tricentis server credentials.
Okay.
You will
Okay.
log into the database. In that server, the database will be there.
Okay.
Now, in order to create, say, these all For multi-user, you have all these options, but this is in the real time. But you don't have database connections, right? For practice, the Tosca has provided SQLite for you to get some hands-on. Okay.
Okay. So
Yeah.
what's my one more clarity doubts here, right? So in the real time, whatever projects you are currently working in your company, right? So most of the company now moves on to cloud environment, correct?
Yes, right.
So then obviously they will refer whatever that Tricentis server repository, that is a preferable
Yes.
one, right? Nowadays,
See,
or they are going with the
depends. Depends. Somebody will move to the cloud. Somebody will won't move to the cloud. Depends.
Depends. Okay. Okay. Thanks.
But I will give interview questions. Okay. Till
Okay.
here you got the clarity, right?
Yes. Yes. I got that. Thanks.
Any other questions? Okay.
Rajesh, one more question. Sorry,
Yeah,
might
please.
be it will
No,
be
no
silly.
worries. No
Then we
worries.
have to download the Oracle also.
Very good
If
question.
you are saving
Not needed.
it. Okay.
Since you are practicing it, right? You will use SQLite. What is the use of taking the database? Not needed. Means in the real time you are asking?
Yes, in real time,
No,
if you are saving the
not
data, then
necessary. Not necessary. See, this connection string, when you are selecting Oracle, right? This connection string, you will automatically pull your code, your work. It will take the backup. So that's why you will see in any day, for example, you want to automate the test cases using Tosca for database. You won't install, you will install it in your local. That is to access the database. This is to store the database via connection string. They will do that job. Very good question. Not needed. Okay.
yes, clear.
So now you're pretty much clear that if somebody is asked you, okay, see here. Now, what is interview question number 7? What are the types of workspaces we have in Tosca? Tell me, guys, what are the types of workspaces we have?
Single and multi.
Single and
Single user, single
Multi.
user, and multi-user. Okay, so make sure that you have answered this question. Why I'm again writing, I will tell you guys. Okay, now in order to confuse you, they will ask what are the types of repositories we have in Tosca. Anyone can answer?
Single user, multi-user.
No, those are the workspaces, right?
MS SQL DB2.
Yes, first one is none. Next, Tricentis, very good.
Server.
Tricentis server. Okay,
Oracle.
yeah, see, this is what I'm talking. Tricentis server repo and Oracle or Oracle. MS SQL server. And you
DB2.
have very good DB2. See, most of the persons will confuse between the workspace and repository. There is a note point. Please don't confuse between workspace and repository. Okay. So when they are asking, even though if you said wrong, then it's a waste of time to teach all these things. Please remember what is the difference between a workspace and a repository. Now, what is a workspace? Repository is like a what you called the extension drives. Okay. For example, you will have, for example, it is a folder.
Folder.
Okay.
Yes.
You think like that. It's a folder. In this repository, you will create multiple workspaces. This is like a hard drive where it will store all of your workspaces. That's it. Simple. Don't confuse. Repository is a one thing where you can store all your workspaces. That's it. Repository is parent, workspace is a children. So they won't ask what is workspace and repo. They will ask what are the types of workspaces we have and what are the types of repositories we have. What else they will ask? Okay, which type of workspace you have used in your project. Tell me, guys. Type of workspace. What type of workspace you have used?
Multi-user workspace.
Yes. Why? Why you have used multi-user?
More than one user can interact with this.
Yeah. How many testers you have in your project?
More
4,
than
5.
Testers.
Just tell them. Tell confidently. Tell na. So just tell them. I have 5 automation tester. I have 6 automation testers. If they are asking, if you are a real-time employee, tell the 6 names. Else tell your friend name. Who will come and check? Check, right?
okay.
Yes. Be conscious when you're answering anything. You should know the reason why you are telling. Now, what they will ask, which type of repository you have used in your project?
MS SQL Server.
Perfect. MS SQL
Sure.
server. Else, you can also tell Tricentis
Okay.
server repository. It's up to you. You can also tell Oracle. You can tell also DB2. My suggestion is tell MS SQL server or Tricentis server. Anyone. Got my point? Now, question number 11, very, very important. How to check whether the workspace is single or multi. If you tell this answer, then I will be very happy.
So multi-user, we have the access credentials, right? Username and password.
Yes.
Yeah. Single user.
While login into Tosca workspace, if it is asking for credentials, okay, then what is? Then it is
Multi-user.
perfect multi-user workspace. These are the previously asked question from the another different companies, guys. Okay. So now see what are the, if it is asking for credential while logging into the Tosca, if it is asking for credentials, it is a multi-user workspace. While logging into the Tosca, if it is not asking for credentials, it is a single user workspace.